Hey guys, Rinji here, and there has been Twitter troubles once again. Of what variety? Well, of the kind that harasses a popular content creator on YouTube until he decides to quit all of his online activities due to the severity of said harassment. And this is a story that's pretty well known to those that are in the tabletop RPG sphere of content creators. If you're a fan, or maybe if you're a content creator yourself, you probably know JoCat, who is known for his tabletop RPG content on YouTube, mainly streams, D&D sessions, that kind of thing. But to the wider internet, if you ever encountered JoCat on Twitter, you probably know him from this little video.
Like big girls, pretty kitty girls, really witty girls, singing ditty girls. I like the licky girls with the nice thighs. I like a good chest, no matter what size.
Yeah, believe it or not, this is the video that got JoCat harassed to the point that he decided to quit online activities, quit content creation. People have made all kinds of jokes at his expense, and people joking about other creators online and being quite insensitive about it, making all kinds of assumptions about them based on the content that they personally dislike. It's a very common thing, especially with Twitter, where people are extremely unhinged and there's absolutely no reasoning with them. But let's get to the beef of this whole thing, as JoCat made the following statement. If this is what it takes to be a content creator online, I don't think I'm cut out for it. Read. Too long did it read? I'm going to finish up my current ongoing projects, and I'm going to be taking an indefinite break from making content. And let's take a look at the whole message that he left for his fans. My name is Joe, and I've been making videos on YouTube for 5 years. I've combined a total of about 200 videos and hundreds of hours of content. On October 6, 2020, I did a live stream of the early access release of Baldur's Gate 3, and during a character creation I did a bit where I briefly sing a gender-bent parody of Lizzo's Boys. This is the song that you heard just now that got animated by Joe later on. It seemed to go over well with my audience and all of my friends. I typically do these kinds of bits for my live streams sometimes. I was also partially inspired by the source where I first heard Lizzo's songs Hakim Animation's video. Running the idea by my friends, who are all very encouraging and supportive of me, I decided it could be a fun project to animate the brief stream moment for my YouTube audience who may miss or not be interested in my live streams. And so, April 2nd of the following year, I finished and uploaded my I Like Girls video, and I got an universally positive response from my audience, my peers, and my partner. About a year later, it seemed to have reached outside its target audience, and ever since then, I have seen and received many assumptions about my character, my history, my beliefs, my relationships, all of those of my partner, as well as threats of violence to me as well as my family, doxing attempts and mocking from even people I look up to and respect, all from a single 30-second video out of 200 other ones. Yeah, this is a very common thing, believe it or not. We got into the point where people are just being cancelled, they're being harassed to the point of affecting their real life over a joking video that people started to make assumptions about. But there's more. Granted, a lot of this has been primarily on Twitter, where I could simply log off and ignore the haters. But no small amount has leaked into other parts of my regular day-to-day that is harder to ignore. My private DMs over Discord and Twitch, suspicious packages being sent to my family, but I've always kept quiet about it because speaking about it publicly, defending myself, any reaction to it would just encourage more. Which, would be a wise decision if you're getting harassed to this point. If you're gonna say anything about it to people online that are actually harassing you, it just might more incentivize them to do more. But considering that video that you just watched a clip of, has like 11 million views on YouTube. It has reached a very wide audience. And let's not forget about the whole harassment campaign on Twitter itself. Might have not been there. I've been there, but I haven't collected data. I haven't collected screenshots of that particular harassment going on because I wasn't in the habit of doing that at that point, especially non-VTuber related stuff. But it was wild. People have been calling him all kinds of things. They've been accusing him of being some kind of secret predator. They accused him of being the P word because, you know, he said that he likes all kinds of chests, not just big ones, but small ones as well. That was enough reasons for some people to call him that. And all kinds of nonsensical stuff, to be honest with you all, my dear audience. But it's, you know, par for the course for Twitter. But let's continue reading Joe's message. But if that's the trade-off, to do something like share the things I make that I'm proud of on the internet, seeing as I'm writing this, it's probably an indicator that I'm just not cut out for it. And the best thing for everyone would be to stop and pursue something else. Despite being very grateful for what this job has done for me and my family, I'm simply not strong enough to keep doing this if it means having to just accept this kind and amount of distress. Perhaps that makes me weak, but I've rarely ever really thought otherwise. I never meant to make anyone upset. I only ever just wanted to make things I was passionate about for fun. I never intended for this one video to really be all that much deeper than just a thing I wanted to do on a whim, because I thought it could be fun. I never planned to have a YouTube be my job. People happened to like what I made, so I thought it could be a good idea to make more of it and use it to pursue projects I've always wanted to make, as well as be the change in YouTube I wanted to see. I was inspired by the channels I watched growing up, and the wonderful friends that have encouraged and inspired me to be who I am and make what I want. I still want to make things, but perhaps I should just keep them to myself for the time being. For anyone that cares, I'll still be continuing Heart of Elendhi and the Joe Mega charity. Once those are finished, I will be taking an indefinite break from posting anything online. It's a decision I've considered ever since the first hate wave from about a year or so ago. I wanted to sit on it and see if the feeling would persist. I now know this is the best choice for me. If you took the time to read all of this, thank you. I'm sorry for causing so much trouble. Thank you for watching my videos. Signed, JoCat. Well, it seems all of this paints a picture of a content creator that's really beaten to the ground by the things that have been happening to him. And there are a lot of people like that online. Not every single, I would even say, quite a lot of popular content creators, YouTube content creators, what have you, deal with all kinds of harassment online, and a lot of them don't deal with it very well. Not everyone handles it as well as some other people do. And I think those that actually handle it very well are in the minority here. Because once a wave of this kind of behavior starts affecting your real life, as people try to mess with it, not only you, but also with your family, then it's quite clear where the line should be drawn in the sand. And in a sense, I'm glad that Joe decided to make this decision, even though this shouldn't have happened to him in the first place. Like, you would hope that just making a very silly 30-second joke on any kind of online platform would not result in something like this, but you know, it's just not something you can hope for nowadays, because people are just insane and there's no stopping that. But you know, guess what? Even after posting all of that, even after explaining to people that, you know, his real life started getting affected by this, his family started getting targeted, there's still some people that act like this. People here are constantly called P-words and Nazis and brush it off, and dude is out here crying because he got teased for acting like a cuck. Come on, man. He clearly said his family got affected by it. I mean, at least you could have read the whole post, but I'm guessing you just didn't. Ah ha 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 ha. You got mad at people making fun of your I come to fictional girls video. LOL. Please make it a permanent break. Internet will be a bit better for it. Dude made an annoying horny video and everyone was like gross and he said, okay, goodbye internet, LMFAO. And lastly, bro, you're a content creator. That makes you a public target for people with nothing to do but be rude and childish. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. Being a thin-skinned content creator will never work in your favor. I wish you luck in future endeavors. I mean, c'est la vie, as this person says, but again, this shouldn't have happened to him, like, at all. Just because people didn't like what he did. An offhand joke that resulted in 2 years of constant harassment, 2 years of constantly being made fun of. And it wasn't even that much of an original content because this is inspired by another song, I Like Boys, which is pretty much, you know, the same thing, but with the genders reversed. He likes girls, and that apparently is a bad thing because of what he mentions in the video. All of which are just innocuous things that nobody should ever be mad about. But again, this is the internet, and people will act the way they do. But do not forget that JoCat still got a lot of support even after this post was published. And even though I'm showcasing the bad apples, which are usually very vocal, they're still in the minority. And I'm quite sure people will still make fun of him, even for this particular message, as we've already seen. But, you know, as another of my favorite content creators, well, quote unquote favorite, he's a lol cow, but he had this quote, love outweighs the hate. And I hope that's gonna be the case for Joe as well, because the guy unironically did nothing wrong, and going so hard after him for essentially nothing is just completely unhinged and shouldn't have happened ever to anyone, especially to a person that it's just, I don't know, he's very wholesome. I've checked out some of his other content in the past, and guy essentially does nothing offensive. So I do not understand. But, you know, that's for psychologists and psychiatrists to figure out later on as they make whole papers about this phenomenon that is people on the internet. But for right now, it's everything. Hope to see you on the next one.